Okay, moving to the back of the motorhome. 250-pound rated ladder. LED lights everywhere else. Center camera. It's actually a pretty nice camera. It has a good to the horizon, as well as you can see the bumper really well with it. Freshwater fill. Basically put your hose in there, turn it on, let it fill. Once it starts spraying out, you're full. Hitch on this one. Let's see if we get that. 4,200 pounds, 420 pound tongue weight. That's the capacity of the hitch, not the coach. So the GVRW is going to be on your door. Check there. 7-way plug, so you can get an adapter if you have a 4-way or something like that. Propane. Quick connect, so you can hook up an outside grill or a griddle or a little propane fire if you wanted to. Other side sensor. Awning. Nice awning on this. Furnace. Basically says it's hot. Don't touch it. Easy enough, right? Some says hot, don't touch. You also don't block it with anything, just because, you know, it is your exhaust as well as air intake. 110. 2 outlets there, so you can hook up your coffee pot or blender for margaritas. Another storage compartment. Nice size. Outside TV. Folds down. Pretty decent reception. I'll turn that on real quick. Should get a couple channels inside the building. Outside I get closer to 30. But again, I'm inside. But beyond that, everything else outside is stuff I've already covered. Awning speakers, I'll explain those inside. And then you have your step. Here it is motorized. You can lock it out so it stays out all the time, just in case, you know, you're tired waking up. You can turn it off and on by this switch here. It actually goes by your screen door, not your big door. In the event you have it locked out, there is a safety feature for it. So steps locked out. You close the door. The step will go in as soon as you hit the ignition, as long as the door is closed. You also have right inside the door 2 lights. This light switch is this light switch. Cool awning lights. This is for your awning. Extend up. See how that extends? We want to make sure we always roll it back up that way. You can accidentally roll it the other way. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that it rolls in this way. Always the awning above the tube, not below it. Alright, so also right inside the door, you have a battery disconnect. The battery disconnect, turn it off. That kills all power to the coach, except for the 110 because I'm plugged in. You need the battery disconnect on in order for the engine to charge your batteries going down the road, or for the being plugged in to charge as well. Turn it back on. That's the way you're going to want to travel. The only time you're really going to use that is when you're storing it, or you're just walking away for a few hours if you're dry camping and you're not using your generator or anything. Right to the right of that, we have stabilizer jacks. The stabilizer jacks require the engine to be on and running, as well as the parking brake on. Engine's not on right now, so it will not move. I'll go turn on the engine. Okay, so I started the motor, and now I'll have this. It's not friendly. Get them down, run them down until you feel them touch. Oh, that's obnoxious. Run them down until you feel them touch. You'll see the coast shift. There it is. The buzzard's there, so in case you start the engine, it will tell you, hey, they're down. Bring them back up. There we go. Jacks are back up. Covered that. Heating ducts, so for heat, for your furnace. You do have solar in here. So the solar here will charge your battery. Your battery disconnect still has to be on for this to work. Right now we're at 13.5 volts. That's because we're charging everything else. That's basically just to monitor what you have there. Change your battery type. You should have wet batteries. Yeah, those are flooded. You can change the battery if you ever go to AGMs. You can do that there as well. So the controller knows how fast to charge the battery or how slow it needs to disperse. Here's a fun panel. Alright, so slide out again requires the engine to be running and the parking brake to be on. Push and hold out. And you push and hold out until the slide out stops. This is a Schwintek system. If you stop it in the middle and restart it, stop it, restart it, what will happen is one side will start to go out a little further. It'll actually jam up. So we want to make sure we go all the way out or all the way in and try not to stop in between. If you're getting close to a tree, obviously stop, but haven't had the cleaning ladies in here yet, but pretty nice. So there's a slide out. There's a light switch here, which is right above your slide out on the outside. Basically, so if you are packing up at night, you can have a little bit of light to empty tanks. We have light switches here, and focus, 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 focus. Good luck. Oh, wow. Great camera, guys. Okay, not that you can really see it very well, but this is living room. Lights in living room. And then kitchen. You also get what they call an Arctic pack. I wish I could get this to focus. The Arctic pack, which is right here. I am so sorry about the focus. Arctic pack, turn it on. It's a 12 volt system that heats the bottom of every one of your tanks, your fresh, your gray, your black. It doesn't work below 15 degrees, and it works better when you're moving. Water pump, that's going to pull from your freshwater tank. Like I said earlier, I have fresh water in this already, just so you can test it when you get here and you don't have to worry about any of those things. I'm going to turn that on. We'll turn on the water in a little bit. We have gas and electric for your water heater. Oh, it's bugging me, that's not focusing. So you can turn on your gas water heater. If you want, what I usually tell people is to run the electric. If you're just washing your hands, you're plugged in, you're at a campground, wash your hands, doing some dishes, stuff like that. You're ready to take a shower in here, turn on the gas as well. You can run them both all day. When you're done taking a shower, turn the gas back off. The gas helps regen the hot water just a little faster. You get a little longer shower out of it, and you're not wasting gas when it's off. So that's one of the big things I tell people. Right above that, I have generator, and it's still not focusing very well. Alright, start the generator. You can do it outside, you can also do it in here. Push and hold down just to prime it. I always push and hold down for about 30 seconds and then push up to start it. There is a light here to tell you that the generator is running, not that you can't hear it. But it takes about 30 seconds to a minute for the generator to kick in. Even if you're plugged in, the generator is going to be what's in control. So you start the generator 30 seconds to a minute, 30 seconds to 40 seconds. Even though you're plugged in, you can still use the generator. It will be in charge. Turn the generator off. Hold down until you hear it stop completely. Alright. Just like I said, outside you can see the LP. Oh, it's bugging me that it's not focusing. Still. Right. Propane, LPG. So push that. It's going to come up with that. Full. Battery's right above it. That's full. It's always going to read full when you're plugged in. Freshwater tank is not quite full, but that's okay. You're just going to be using it for testing. Black tank is empty. Gray tank is empty, which you see me empty earlier. Alright, inside stereo. Power button in the center. There is a remote for this as well. Not in a very good channel. Changing channel. So the outside speakers are working now. So those are going to be the ones on your awning arms. We can turn those off. You don't have I must have that set as A. So turn on and off. So A is outside. It will not focus. A, C. C is going to be right above the head here. B is going to be towards the front. You can't have them all on at the same time. This one is not a DVD player. It's not but it is Bluetooth enabled, so you can hook a Bluetooth phone to it and play some music through it from Spotify or Pandora. You also have a HDMI inlet in here. HDMI, coaxial. That one back there is antenna. There's a booster on it. There's a switch on the other side of that cord on the black panel to turn it on and off the booster. And you could hook up a Blu-ray player in there if you wanted to, or DVD player, or Xbox. It doesn't matter. Cupboards are pretty nice. Inside TV. There are remotes for the TVs. They're going to be in the drawer right under the stove. The stove or the sink? Oh, sink. Second, third, and fourth set of ignition keys, and second set of the rest of the keys in the coach. Remotes as well. Microwave. Should know how to use a microwave at this point. Manuals. Toilet paper roll. They don't like to install those until the owner of the coach gets them, just so they know where they want them. Stove. I don't remember if I have the propane on or not. Let's find out. turn it over to light. Hey, it's focusing again. And then push the center button. And it's lit. Same thing with the other side. While traveling, make sure that's down. Location of your trash can. It's a good location, I think. Fridge on this is a 12-volt fridge. 12-volt only, so you need your battery disconnect on in order for this to run. You can change the settings on this from colder to coldest. LEDs. You can also change settings in your freezer, change the temperature up there. Right now it is cold. I've only had it on for a couple hours, so it's not quite cold yet. Little pantry, magnetic. Nice size. One of those things, I wouldn't put a whole bunch of canned goods in it. Mostly, it just won't handle a ton of canned good weight. Cereal, stuff like that would be fine. Bedroom closet. I've seen those in hotel rooms. Back TV. Let's go through the thermostat a little bit. Oh, okay. I know that would bug me. Alright, so right now I have the AC on. It's on high and cool. You can change your fan, center button here. Like it on auto. You change your temperature, we'll bring it up to 72. And you have a timer in case you're boondocking, you only want the AC on for so long, or the furnace in that case. So to change the mode, you push mode here, it'll go through dry, which is basically a dehumidifier. It uses your air conditioner and it lets all the humidity roll off the roof, kind of like your AC. You're going to see a little bit of dripping on the sides with that. And then your heat for furnace, fan, and back to your AC. There's a sleep timer on it. You push the button a couple times, it'll change time on it. About 1 to 9 hours, I believe. Then on-off switch here. There is a manual for this, so if I didn't cover it to your satisfaction, you can check the manual as well. Or when you get here, you can always ask for Dave, and I will absolutely answer any other questions you may have. Bedroom TV. Kind of like the blinds in here. Got a cool texture to them. Kind of match everything else really well. Oh. Bathroom. GFI. Ground fault interference. Toilet. In order to fill the toilet, a little bit of pink in there because it's been winterized. Push and hold down halfway on the left here. Push and hold down halfway to fill the bowl. And then all the way down to flush the bowl. Bathroom sink. Run out. Shower. Yeah, you're gonna see some pink coming out. So with this, I would wait to put the whole house water filter in until after, I don't know, a week, just to make sure all the pink stuff is out of it. not the best idea they've ever had. You'll probably see that when you get here. But shower. With this type of shower, because it's a rubber. Let's see if I can get back a little bit. Because it's a rubber, make sure you travel with it closed like this. The rubber likes to get a little stiff. It'll help you in the long run. Exhaust fan. It's run by switch down here. It is a manual crank though. Air conditioner. If you're trying to just cool down the whole house really fast, you can open that up. I'd only leave that open for about an hour or two. It will freeze up the AC. Closing it's going to help with the airflow. This one is a power fan. Turn it on. It will turn on, but it's a manual up, manual down, so the crank over here. And then smoke detector. I get this question a lot, so I'm going to point that out right away. Carbon monoxide and LP detector. So you're not going to die because of fumes or something exploding because propane's leaking. Oh, that's going to be a tough one. Alright, so up front you have your cameras. So left side, let's see, let's change cameras. I like the fact that you can actually go down the road and still always watch behind you. It is also linked to your turn signal. So turn right, you're going to see the right side. Turn left, you'll see the left side. I went through and made sure that the Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto all worked on this. It would take another 2-hour video in order to go through all this, so I'm going to lean you toward your manual on your stereo. It is very intuitive. It does a lot more than most vehicles nowadays do. You're going to be able to do a lot into that, change settings, check your fuels, see how far you're driving, see what your gas gauges are, your fuel economy, and then a whole bunch more buttons which will all coincide with your stereo. That's kind of cool. See the little dot right there, little round dot there, little round dot there. Those are your side sensors, so when you're coming up to an exit, you're getting too close to something, it'll beep at you, let you know. Or if someone's coming up on your left or right side, it'll flash and beep. And then USB, horrible view, sorry. You can lock your glove compartment up top. Nice size cup holders, depending on size coffee or something else you might want. And we kind of covered the rest. And again, if you feel that I missed something, or if you have other questions on how something works, table folds up. I'm gonna leave that up for you. Chair does rotate. There's a lever underneath. Where is it? There it is. Lever on the side, so it will rotate. This table as well. Fold that out, and it will allow you to slide it. A lot of seating in here. Again, if you have any questions or concerns when you get here, or you just have concerns, absolutely ask for Dave again, and we'll definitely take care of you. Hopefully I covered everything you wanted to hear or more, and we'll see you when you get here, I believe later on this week. All right.